What is good? We're up, we're running, we're live on a Wednesday. We've got a live best ball draft about to take place at 9 p.m. Eastern. It'll be a 60-second clock, one quarterback, PPR, nothing fancy, two wide receiver, two flex. And we're going to do it live with y'all. Me, BigCo, and Chev each have a team. Got 60-second clock, 20 rounds. So we're going to bring that in right around 9 o'clock. But beforehand, we have a live roster. Excuse me, live roster
Got
review
him.
To take care of here for our guy Chev. BigCo, how we feeling tonight?
Like a Viagra pill with a face.
Doing good. We got a real draft about to hit 20 minutes, so I'm pumped.
Yeah, so we got a $25 best ball draft next week. We are going to do a live auction best ball draft. Undecided if it's 50 or 100 yet. We'll gauge interest, but for sure at least 50 for that. So live auction on Sleeper next week. If you want to get it in, hop on over to the Discord. Let us know you're interested. We'll throw the link up there at some point. Chev has the first pick, BigCo has the second pick, and I have the fourth pick. So we're all on one side of the board. That'll be excited. Jeremiah, you got a spot, bud. I'll
Jeremiah's in. Jeremiah Dibble. Jeremiah Dibble's in.
You got a spot. You got a spot next week. We're already up and running this week. It's full. We're ready to roll. The order is set. But next week, Jeremiah, you are first in. I got you.
If you want.
All right. Let's hit this roster review real quick. We got a little 10-minute, 15-minute little jobber here. So a live roster review for your pleasure. We've got Osama Bijan Laden over here. He's a contender. It's a 10-team, 1 PPR, no premium, 4-point passing touchdown. You can see 3 wide receivers, 2 flex, 1 super flex. This is a really strong team that he's constructed here. You can see, we got Herbert as a pillar. We've got Gibbs as a pillar. We've got JSN. We've got Dalton Kincaid. We got Bijan. This is just a really, really strong roster for this fella here. So let's go look at the league rankings. Bring up the tab here. We've got on this team from top to bottom. Oop, skipped over him here. Sorry about that. So no actual question here, just a roster breakdown generally. So he's got Herbert, Brock Purdy, Cam Ward, and Geno Smith. That's his quarterback room. So we're solid there.
Very solid.
You just wanted us. He just wanted us to roster bait live on air.
Hey, I'm with it. He's got Gibbs and Bijan, so that's ridiculous. And then Bucky as his third. Ramondre, Woody Marks, Keaton Mitchell, DJ Giddens, Benson, Malik Davis, Jacquez Hunter. So a little weak in the depth of the running back room, but I mean, geez, when you start off with Bijan and Gibbs, it's it literally cannot get any better for the top half. So and then you got JSN and you got Tet, Garrett Wilson, Ladd McConkey, and then has some decent depth for 3 wide receivers. He's got Jordan Addison, which we like to bounce back. We love Jalen Coker, and then he's got the Wiley veteran and Mike Evans. And then really your soft spot would be tight end, but we all like Kincaid to have a potential bounce back. All the advanced metrics and stuff on what we saw from him on a per route basis was really good. So if that comes to light, if he can be healthy and Dalton Kincaid can get back into the top half of the tight ends here, you've got and then you got Hawkinson also lurking down there who, could potentially bounce back if Kyler can bring this offense back to, at least level. So boys, looking at all the other teams in the league, and I'll scroll through as we talk, what would be the thing that you do when you're in this position? No 26 picks. Well, sorry, a 4-8 right here. And he has a 27 first and a 27 second. The only thing he's missing in 27 is a third. So, but they haven't drafted the rookie draft in this just yet. So how do we go? What do you navigate when you're in a position like this? And it is a 10 man. So you're a little stronger generally with the roster here. So what would be the way you're approaching the start of this season right here in the next couple of weeks?
Make sure everybody else has enough lube so this doesn't hurt. That's no. I mean, I'll see the floor to BigCo. I have a couple thoughts, but that's about it. I mean, I don't have much. This is
so there's probably two other teams. There's this team, the Jefferson Dynasty. We've got Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts. Great start, especially 4-point passing touchdown with the rushing with those two. Then you got Taylor and Brees. Taylor and Brees can definitely put up Bijan and Gibbs numbers. You know, we've definitely seen Taylor do it. We've seen Brees do it once. And he's got some okay depth there that's fun. But Neighbors, Jefferson, Pickens, and A.J. Brown is a really, really strong receiving core.
For
right?
sure.
That can kind of match your running backs a little bit, but you do have JSN in there, but he's a little deeper there. And then Laporta and Likely, we like both of those guys. So that's a pretty strong lineup, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got to be worried about that one. As we scroll through, there's, you know, a few other ones that are decent, but that's probably your biggest competition. We scroll through, we see, let's see here. No, we got Burrow and Jaden Daniels, and we got Achane, Kyron, Brooks, Montgomery. That's solid. Jamar Chase, Marv, DJ Moore, Quentin Johnson, Michael Wilson. That's solid, and Tyler Warren, but that's probably not really messing with you.
That team had 1-5 and 1-7, so some other help on the way.
Sure. Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Genty, Kenneth Walker, CMC. This is a team you got to deal with, right? Because they've got McBride, they've got Fannin, they've got, and it's no tight end premium, but still McBride's a difference maker.
Good.
Fannin can certainly be that too. And CD, Drake, and Jameson. So like a little weaker potentially there in the wide receiver room than the Zinn guy, but he's Genty. We're expecting big things from Christian McCaffrey if healthy, obviously, and then Kenny Walker expecting his biggest year ever, which so these would probably be your primary competition, and he's got the 110, so he's N26, so he's in play for this year. But the big thing is that he's coming with 327s next year. So Jimmy's playing Jimmy likes Lane. So Jimmy's solid. So BigCo, take it away here for a minute.
Well, he does have a 27 first. It's supposed to be really early, so that's a nice piece. I'd hang on to that going forward. Even in a 10-man league, this 27 class we got going forward is just keep that. Just keep it in the back pocket. Casey just rattled off 3 or 4 teams that are actually decent competition. So, but from a week-to-week basis, like Gibbs and Bijan just gives you a leg up getting going. And Casey said Kincaid and Hawkinson. Terrence Ferguson's everybody's darling right now as a potential breakout. Putting him in your lineup each and every week might be a little bit tough, but he could definitely pop up there and be a very valuable piece for you as well. Like you said, Jordan Addison as your 5 is nice. Jalen Coker is your 6. Mike Evans is your 7th. Troy Franklin is your 8th. So like you got, being 3 wide receivers, you got really, really solid depth there. So you could, even in a 10-man team, like 3 wide receivers every week, that 3rd wide receiver gets short, so you could use some of your wide receiver depth to make a play after the first couple weeks. There probably will be some pretty good separation. The top 3 or 4 teams, most likely, obviously you'll be beating on each other going through the season, but it should be pretty obvious that the 4 bad teams and the 4 good teams look like they'll show themselves in the first 4 to 6 weeks of the season. And one of those other good teams, and you may just say, hey, I don't want to give you a 3rd wide receiver because I'm going to see you in the playoffs, but that might be some jockeying that you come up with. I think as a whole, between you're straight across the board, I do think the Dalton Kincaid is going to be just fine. But if you need to make a move, it's obviously bolstering that tight end department, and you're going to have to, you don't have to make a move, but that would be the first spot. It's pretty obvious to go try to find after the first couple of weeks, find a bad team and get the best tight end from them that you could get.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Tucker Kraft comes to mind here, right?
I'm not allowed to talk about.
Yeah. So that's going to be the thing here is who's got the tight end that's tradable here and that's willing to play the game. And I would agree that would be the spot that I go after. And then would you guys be interested in trying to like get one more of the elite wide receivers and maybe like using Ted as a piece there, or are you just hanging on to Ted?
If it depends on what the football tells you to do. If Garrett Wilson does what we think he's going to do, then Tetaroa becomes your wide receiver 3, and then you're cool letting him put roots down and start to grow into being a cornerstone dynasty asset. If Garrett Wilson's struggling a little bit, if he's for some reason he's not at least able to duplicate what the fuck was that? Duplicate what he was able to do with Justin Fields last year, and he's less than 14 points a game where he was at, then yeah, maybe you throw that out there knowing that, hey, I'm probably going to lose this deal in the long term, but I can go get a Emeka Egbuka plus potentially to try to down tier from Tetaroa McMillan. I could go get, if you want to, I mean, what type of plus would you be looking for? Looking at this Tua team, can't say the whole
can't
thing.
say that name. I had to keep that one scrolling. He's got Kraft, and I was like, this guy, and I was like, oh, we're gonna try to not show that one too much.
That's our Huckleberry right there, but can't show that on the screen. So yeah, that's our Huckleberry right there. If you want to look at trying to get something done with him, I would assume that he may not be the easiest person to deal with based on his name, but choose your own adventure there.
Yeah, no, I don't mind that. George Kittle was down here on a not great team. That could be, something as a key to success for not super expensive if Kittle's back and right.
Yeah,
I like what Chev said. I think right now with Egbuka having turf toe, you could, you might be able to prey on that guy and go give him Tet and get Egbuka in a much bigger plus potentially. Can't speak for the guy, but today Egbuka's turf toe might scare him off, and you might be able to get a nice plus, and then you just Ladd McConkey and Justin Herbert stack looks good for your team. That's fun. But you could definitely shop you could shop for the Egbuka turf toe buy low window.
What would you?
I do agree with keeping Tet. I want to keep Tet, but if you could go from Tet to Egbuka and get something that it might not be the trade partner that gives you a tight end at the same time, but he does have Tucker Kraft, so that is the Egbuka team.
Yeah.
So you have to add something with Tet plus what gives Egbuka and Tucker Kraft. So that's probably not a bad attempt. Tet and Kincaid for Kraft and Egbuka would be my first shot, and just shoot that straight over there. And then if Egbuka sits on your bench for a month or so, if he's really got a bad toe, you got the depth to handle it.
Yeah, you could plug in Mike Evans or whatever for some weeks there. But this team's okay. He's got some parts and pieces, but he's kind of all over the place with just kind of how he's built, right? There's no real I guess we're putting that in the middle of the screen. So that's cool. Jason, if you want to take that off the screen, that'd be all right.
You could tell him what the balance is today. You could tell him you just went over 700 from crushing baseball.
Yeah. So we're gonna. Can't get that off the screen. So if the man running the ones and twos wanted to get
wants
that
you
off
to
the
do
screen,
your read right now,
that'd be all right.
Sounds like he wants you to do the read.
Yeah. So
thanks. This episode is brought to you by PrizePicks.
Yeah.
With a ridiculous record the last month, he is on a heater.
I'm not gonna lie, he is.
Fake.
Casey is on a heater, like dragging your balls through the gates of hell. Like I'm just telling you, it's uncomfortable how hot he is right now.
If we would have Chev, if we would have told him, if I would have just bet all these baseball picks, just basically just auto clicking whatever he's betting. Just a generational run over here. Never seen anything like it. I didn't know baseball betting was real. I thought that was fake.
I forgot. Like he sent them to me a couple times, and I just forgot. Like I'd be about to do it, and then something else would come up on my phone, and then because ADHD brain, I just never come back.
Sure.
To it. I was like, hey, did you tell me? And I'm like,
Well, I told him 3 weeks ago. I was like, you're so hot right now. If I jump in, like you're going to start losing. So. I didn't jump in, and he stays hot. Good for him. Good for him. Jason must have pushed the button that popped up on the screen and fell asleep. I think he fell asleep on us.
Dude, I don't know what's going on. I feel like
Howler1 is in the comments bugging out with us about this stuff, but I'll tell you, he said he's never done an auction. If you want in the auction next week, Howler1, you're number 2.
Yeah, get in here. Get in here. Let's get weird. I want to get uncomfortable.
I mean, I think we're weird right this second. Oh, there goes the read. We're up. We're back open for business. Casey's mic is off.
I took care of it. I don't know what he's doing over there, but
we are back.
Oh, Jesus. Now, what is going on here?
He's trolling you.
What is going on?
That's hilarious. Hey,
oh my God.
PrizePicks sponsorship going through the roof right now.
Yeah.
Use code HMA, which stands for Horny Mr. Asshole.
Yeah. Well, here we are. If anybody, any further questions or comments on what to do with this guy's roster here, unfortunately, we're having some technical difficulties as the stream is going on. The man who is actually not on the 1s and 2s tonight, I'm running the 1s and 2s, but he's on the 1s and 2s over there, just mightily blowing it. So, yeah, this is great.
Is this kid playing with the keyboard at this point? Does he even know this is happening?
I called him. Anyway,
there
we go.
I took an edible about 30 minutes before this started. And so this has all been incredibly comedic.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, we got 3 minutes here before we need to go over to the draft and start getting ready for that. So let's close out Osama Bijan Laden over here with any other words that you would kind of which direction you would go or anything that you would do here, kind of closing up shop on the live roster review. That was sorry, bud. Slightly.
I mean, we got the important parts out.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to the meat and potatoes of this whole deal. Basically, we gave you your flowers. We roster baited all together. I cried, we cried, you crowed. So
I would give the 27-2. In addition, I would go Tet and Kincaid and 27-2 for Igbuka and Tucker Kraft just to be. I like Dalton Kincaid's upside chances, but we got a long way to go before he's Tucker Kraft. So I would do that, and it is a 10-team league, so your second round picks are more valuable than 12-team second rounders. But I would still give I would make that trade all day.
Yeah, I mean, also. If Jordan Addison has a spike, that's a guy that you could potentially look at trying to offload. Same thing with Jalen Coker. Those guys have been kind of guys that we've talked about being buy lows for a while. You hit on that earlier, Casey. You could potentially use that as another bargaining chip to try to tier up in that tight end room. I don't know that that's going to work, but I'm looking at spike weeks for those guys because I mean you're pretty cornerstone foundationally set. Garrett Wilson's a cornerstone. He's just got to prove it. Ladd McConkey somehow or another has fallen from the good graces, but I think he's going to bounce back this year. And you've got the stack with Herbo. So yeah, this team is in such good shape, man. It's just don't overthink it and don't fuck it up.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, if Tet takes a step forward or Garrett Wilson can be consistent with some quarterback play this year, I think you're in really, really good shape. But I think, there are probably going to be some tweaks and times where I like kind of where you guys were heading with that. I like trying to upgrade the tight end position, and I don't mind using. I brought up Tet there just because he's got the most value that somebody would be interested in that you could, down tier, quote unquote, a little bit and still be in really, really good shape, or use Tet to go even up tier and pay a little extra and just try to upgrade the another wide receiver to one of the elite players or down tier to an older player and try to still get another tight end with it. So all right, anything else?
It's time for the meat missile.
All right, let's do it. Let's bring up the draft board here. We've got if you missed it from the start, we have a live $25 best ball, 1 quarterback, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex.
Standard missionary best ball.
Standard missionary best ball coming at you here. So we're going to be on the clock at 60 seconds per pick. Chev's got the 1 spot, BigCo's got the 2 spot, I've got the 4. So we're all on sort of one side of the board here. And then we will be riding out and, doing this thing live. So I'm interested. Like I said, next week we will be doing a live auction draft, also best ball, because I don't want to fiddle with lineups. So
Right.
so we're gonna do a live auction best ball next week for 50 or 100. We'll see what the interest is. So, all right, boys, we're getting close
because we'll be on air when we're doing it live, talking to the people we're working against and trying to explain some auction strategy. I think $50 sounds a little bit more realistic, considering that 2 or 3 of us will be speaking into the microphone about what we're doing as we're doing it.
I mean, we're just going to talk about the board. We're not going to talk about what we're doing while we're doing it. I'm sure Casey's not going to pull up his damn queue while he's
I mean, I've got the unfortunate deal as the click commander here on my so
I'm game for whatever.
Yeah,
I want to get weird. I mean, I do understand that it puts you at a distinct disadvantage to have to share your screen in the entire time.
Yeah.
Well, I've been doing it for almost a decade now, playing in these leagues with guys that we talk to and give them all of our strategies. Right. It happens.
It's pretty wild that either they're like, yeah, I listen so I can know what not to do. Like that'd be so fucked up. But also just show PrizePicks the entire time. That's funny as hell.
Yeah. All right.
That was better than any PrizePicks reads you could have come up with.
we got 3 minutes until this thing kicks off. So generally here, obviously we've all been doing a lot of underdogs and fast drafts and all that jazz in these best ball streets. So like I said, we're gonna be running 20 rounds here. Pretty standard issue stuff. Like I said, quarterback, 2 running back, 2 receiver, tight end, 2 flex, and then some bench spots, right? Didn't do super flex, didn't do tight end and premium. Wanted to keep it, pretty nice, pretty easy.
Well, it's 0.5 tight end premium.
No, I don't think it is.
I mean, I looked at settings earlier.
Need to know.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, it says reception bonus 0.5 tight end.
Or no, maybe it is tight end premium.
Yeah. I mean, that was what you put in the text message.
Okay. Yeah. All right. It is.
Chief said,
You're correct.
It is. So half tight end premium.
All right. Just a little premium, just for a second, just to see how it feels. Oh man, this is 2 minutes and counting.
I would say start the draft, but we don't have all green lights, so you can't start 2 minutes early if not everybody's in here, right?
We gotta get.
All right, Chev, who you taking number 1 overall? You going Gibbs or Bijan?
Parker Washington.
Chev, I've been doing this a long time, and I tell you that I don't think you should go 1-1 Parker Washington, bro.
No, I'm gonna go Colston Loveland just to troll everybody.
Obviously,
yeah.
Put him in the quarterback spot.
Chev taking Travis Hunter. That's funny.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
we about ready to roll here in just about a minute.
We're missing Jay Bash. If one of y'all knows Jay Bash, go tug on his little Peter and tell him to get in here. Oh, Johnny Unk. He's been fucking hype about this all day. I hope he didn't fall asleep.
Come on, Johnny. So Chev, Gibbs or Bijan?
Oh, you'll see when it's ready.
Well,
I'm for sure.
Obviously, but I'm just saying, we have 60 seconds to kill here, so if you could tell me, the audience, who you prefer.
You're not getting Jahmyr Gibbs. It's not happening.
Well, there you go. So Big Chev's going after Big Gibbs, and BigCo gets Big Bijan. I'll take Bijan.
Of course you will. There is no wrong answer here.
No, it's not wrong. I just wanted to see what you said since you had first spot.
Yeah, there's no wrong answer here. I was looking at thoughts on Trey Harris. Should he be taken before?
Me and Chev literally just talked about this last night. We got a show coming out tomorrow with talking about Trey Harris, and I said, I think I would trade a late 26 too. for Trey Harris. I mean, over Ted Hurst, I liked him more than Ted Hurst coming out, but
I mean,
that's a tight one.
yeah, it's
Probably keep
having
Ted
to
Hurst.
in a vacuum. Yeah, I like Trey Harris better than I like Ted Hurst, but we have to factor in the situation now. And I'm like, man, what's
All
my
right,
path?
Chev, here we go.
Oh, is it hit the button? Plus, 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 plus.
And we're off and rolling. So it's Gibbs. And BigCo goes Bijan, waste no time. And then Jamar Chase. I'm gonna go
Ooh,
Christian
yeah,
McCaffrey here.
I know it.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Everybody's
7 days in a row, no practice. A little bit sore over there.
He'll be all right. Maybe. I don't know. Hey, we're playing best ball. We're single season. I'm just
Single
throwing-
season. That's
let's
right.
go.
Redraft CMC.
I could have went Taylor and felt fine with it, you know,
yeah.
Or Puka.
or Puka, or JSN.
I mean, the first 10 picks of the round is like, yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I understand that too.
Right.
Like,
All right.
Choose your own adventure here.
So we're coming off the board. There's no third round reversal because it's not super flex. So we typically don't do that unless it is super flex to just kind of help maybe balance it out just a little bit. So far for the podcast listeners, tomorrow it's Gibbs, it's Bijan, it's Chase, it's CMC, it's Puka, it's Taylor, it's JSN, and it's Amon-Ra St. Brown with CeeDee Lamb on the board at the 109. And here comes Gritty JB with the green light last second and bang, a quick Cook pick. He was ready to roll on that one. I just took Cook in an underdog. That's probably one of my only Cooks so far in the underdogs. I just haven't been in the position where Cook has been, so I feel like it's a great pick. First tight end off the board is Trey McBride, not Brock Bowers. Interessante.
Wowzers.
So there goes Brock and Colts on the turn. So he goes tight end first. And who's going to be the second?
Who's taking big? Who you taking Colt? Brock Bowers on the turn, and who?
So do you guys
Hampton.
Do you guys like Cook over any of the players like a CeeDee Lamb or a St. Brown or anything like that? Right? You taking those two guys over Cook or?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Cook's going to catch a career high in passes this year to go along with the massive rushing workload. So, I mean, this could be the quintessential RB1 overall season for James Cook. That's in the range of outcomes to me.
So
underdog is half PPR, but it is 3 wide receiver to balance that back out, and I'm taking Cook over those wide receivers every time in half PPR.
Yeah,
in the best ball format, you can grab some wide receivers.
Yeah,
I like Cook a lot.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't feel like there's a real wrong answer.
Howler One says thoughts on Trey Harris. I mean, we're going to talk about him tomorrow on a show that's already recorded. Is he in sell high territory? I don't think so. I mean, he's still not there. Hasn't been a whole lot of. We looked at trades yesterday, and it was still really, really mild on that. I think he's still in very much a very buy situation. I don't think you have to even trade kind of what Eli Lives was kind of saying there, and what we were even saying yesterday was like, hey, we would pay this, but you ain't got to pay that. You know, nobody.
Yeah, but
people are convinced he stinks because he didn't hit whatever threshold for whatever thing and this and that and the third and whatever. That's cool.
Yeah. But if you got a Casey in your league willing to give you an early 27-2 for it, you could cash out
late
if
20.
If you want to move
late
around.
26 too. That's what I said.
Late 26-2, not late 27-2. There's a big difference if you are real horned up for that 27 class.
Casey, you up next.
I'm coming up next here, and Genty went off the board.
Yeah. So did you read out the second round already?
I have not. So the second round has been Hampton, Walker, Achane, Barkley, Genty, Jefferson, and Chase Brown. I am now up.
Oh, King Henry off the board.
I'm going to throw A.J. Brown in my queue just in case, just to see how it feels. And I think that's going to be my pick. I'm going A.J. Brown here.
Son of a bitch.
All right, so now we got a turn with the two guys on the mics sitting over here at the 1 and the 2. So you guys are going to be able to basically control 4 picks here, which is pretty interesting to get how you guys are going to be feeling about this. Is this? Well, I guess I'm not going to ask you. We'll see what the boys end up doing here.
Let's see what BigCo does right here. I want to see what he's got going on.
It was interesting to me to see, Walker and Hampton go over Genty, because I think I'm taking Genty over both of those guys right now.
Maybe not K9, but maybe not.
I took Pickens. I can't take Drake London and have Bijan on the same team.
Why not?
Sure you can.
Yeah,
you're worried about this Falcons offense.
Yeah. Not in redraft. If it's
if
it's a dynasty, I wouldn't worry about it. But I'd let that. I'm happy with Pickens there.
I was for
Lobby
sure
and Neighbors.
I was taking Neighbors on the way back.
Man, just volley Drake London right back over the net at me.
Which
he said, no, you take him.
Hot potato in him.
I'm good.
Oh wow.
Ooh, you went Rashi on that one, huh?
I sure did.
Make him say,
I don't like the feel. I got a Bijan and a Drake London team and an underdog the other day on an accident, and then I was looking at it and I was like, I don't really like that too much. And it maybe that's league winning combo. I don't know, but I just feel like I'm in Dynasty. I don't care. I'd love to have them both, but in 1 year situation, I'll take Bijan every time and just look to stay away from Drake London if I can. I mean, if the way it fell out, there was no wrong answer there. Rashee Rice is more than good to me, but I would be fine with Drake London too. I just didn't have to do it.
Someone wants my tootin' for Trey Harris and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, send that shit.
I think if you're packed up and ready to roll, and I think Waddle's going to have a hell of a year as long as he's out there.
Got to think about who's saying this. Who's saying accept a trade for Jalen Waddle here? We got to think about who's saying it. If I'm willing to be honest and say, hey, Jalen Waddle has an incredible opportunity. He's got an opportunity to get 140 targets like he did his rookie year, but in an offense it's attacking deep down the field. Yeah, I can't pass that up.
Yeah. The 26 draft is starting to look better. But yeah, we've talked about that in our recent mock and in the recent show that me and Chev just did. So it's starting to get, a whole lot more fun right now with some hype building, and some of it'll be all for naught, but some of it'll be very much warranted. So as we've gone through the second round here, it was where we left off at Jefferson at 2.6. Then it was Chase Brown at 2.7, Henry at 2.8, AJ Brown at 2.9. That was my selection. Then Nico at 2.10. Pickens at 2.11, Olave and Neighbors on the turn, and then BigCo went Rashee Rice, which rattled me up a little bit. And then Breece Hall at the 3.03. I went Loveland at the 3.04. I could have easily been fine with Drake London there.
Were you taking Rashee Rice if he was on the board?
No.
Okay.
I wanted a tight end or Drake London if he made it back to me. And then so it went Loveland 3.4, Drake 3.5, Tet McMillan 3.6, Devonta Smith at 3.7, Javonte Williams at 3.8, and then our first quarterback comes off the board 3.9. So what makes you comfortable taking Rice there at the 3.2, BigCo?
I guess I'm going out on a limb that he's not going to get in any more trouble in the next month, and we're going to play ball for 3 months, and then after that, the season's over and this team's over. So I got a 4-month window here where I need Rashee Rice to just play football, and he's going to score me 18 points a game while he does it, and I'm happy.
That's valid.
All right. Hey, I mean, you can say whatever you want, that he's not good at football, that he spams this or spams that, and what happens if he's not a Chief? You don't have to worry about that, right?
Not this year.
So, and hey, there's all sorts of videos of him, not doing his thing at camp right now, and it's like, it's a slow ramp up. He doesn't have anything to prove at camp right now. I think we're going to be just fine. There's going to be plenty of volume going his way. I I would be curious to see where he would have fallen had he not gone where you went. But
That's just the same thing. Yes, maybe. Yes, if I didn't take him, how low he goes. But like I said it about Marvin Harrison a month ago when they were 3 weeks ago when they were like, "Oh, look how slow he's running." I'm like, dude, just don't get hurt right now, right? And Rashee Rice is coming. He had the knee thing. He went to jail, sat around for a while, doing some push-ups, whatever's going on over there. Probably a couple squats with that knee. Like, just don't get hurt right now. Everybody else is dropping like flies. I want Rashee Rice to tie his shoes together and not move for a month. And then week 1 happens and let's go out there and catch some passes.
I like it.
I mean, no, 10 out of 10, no notes there.
Yeah, I mean, this is where I think we get in trouble of like saying that there's just some guys who are not like, go look at Puka Nacua clips, like go look like there's just guys who are just like some of these guys that look great in these clips are trash receivers, and then some of these veterans is just like that's not their game. They're not going to be this guy who looks real flashy in a 1v1 clip, right? I always get with the concrete blocks thing just a kind of a chuckle out of it of just like, all right.
Hey, let's see him run it. Let's see him throw it to him on a slant or a drag and see somebody keep up with him.
Yeah, he said it's Cyrus Allen season anyway, and very well, Cyrus Allen could be awesome. This could be, but it also could be a whole lot of camp hype, and then we don't really see a lot of them this year. We shall see.
Sexy. I mean, Rashard Smith was lighting up camp last year too.
Right. So through the after Josh Allen came off the board, then we had Tyler Warren, we had Lamar Jackson, we had Zay Flowers, Ladd, Garrett Wilson, and Ibuka come off the board, and then there goes Jamison Williams at the 4-4. Tyler Warren injury concerning for you guys here?
I mean, I need to know more. I know he got hurt today. I know it's a groin. The boys ain't getting enough pelvis to pelvis action in the offseason. That's what's going on here.
Pelvis to pelvis.
Yeah. Everybody's got a groin, man. I don't understand. This is the year of the groin. I really don't understand why there's been so many groin injuries. Every single day somebody goes down with a groin.
Yeah.
It's disappointing, man. But hey, at least Devonta Smith's back practicing again.
Hey, that's all we care about, right? We just need to see Devonta Smith out there.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. It's creeping up to my pick here.
Yeah, I was about to say 2 spots left before you go, Casey.
I don't love this spot here, to be honest.
Oh.
Sniped right in front of you. Jeremiah Love making it halfway through, 2/3 of the way through the 4th round because of some ankle would have been ridiculous for you.
Is that where you were going, Casey?
I wouldn't turn it down,
I was not. I wasn't going to say anything because obviously some people might be listening to this right now. But back around 4-3, 4-4, I realized he was still on the board, and I was like, "Well, he ain't gonna make it past Casey if he gets there." But I would sure take him.
Ooh,
Josh Jacobs, solid pick. That's a good pick.
That.
Good pick. It's a good pick.
Yeah.
So I went Josh Jacobs there. When I come back to the turn and see where you guys go, I'll kind of tell you what else I was feeling through there. I like that ETN pickup, Mitch. I mean, we got a little AK news. We don't know how much time he's going to miss, but this certainly, pushes down some demons that we were concerned about for AK being, a big part to at least start the season. So it'll allow Travis Etienne to get a runway of grabbing this bull by the horns here. So I think Etienne is safely back up in the mix here for, a lot of people who, like Chev and I, were kind of a little concerned about what Alvin Kamara was going to maybe do to his first season back in Louisiana there. So Chev is on the board for 2. BigCo just took Tucker Kraft and ripped Chev's guts out.
Yeah, that was less than ideal. Well, with this format, I was
take Cam Scatterbo and make him suck it.
No, I mean I'll just.
Oh, you so much.
That. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't have them all, bud. Sorry.
Right. That was a good one. Yeah, you went down there a little bit to get him, just like I did to go get Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
That was a good shot right there. That was a good one across the bow.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. What's the format? What are we doing? What do I like here? Let's get some flexible healing going on up in this biatch. Let's see. Oh, the fifth round. Yeah.
26 seconds left on the clock for him. He goes Bucky Irving here. Definitely had Buck in my queue. I was thinking of maybe seeing if Jacobs makes it back to me. Damn, BigCo. Just double tap me there.
Double.
So you went double tight end. Why double tight end there? Why do you feel comfortable doing that, BigCo?
Well, it's tight end premium, and since there is an extra half extra point there every time they catch the ball, I want to make sure that I got a really good one, and I don't mind having them in my flex too. So I wanted to make sure I got neither one of them were going to make it back to me. Obviously, Tucker Kraft was a good chance that he didn't make it through the turn to Chev, and then no way Fannin was going to make it back to me. I was going to look at running back, wide receiver there, anybody was on the board for me there, but I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and make sure I got Fannin. I got two guys that are going to get targeted heavily, early and often, I believe. And I wanted them. Obviously, Kraft coming back from the injury. Who knows? He might have a slow couple weeks.
Didn't see that
but
coming.
I don't care.
All right. So here I am sitting here. Bucky was certainly somebody who I liked, and I liked the idea of Travion. I was wondering if I didn't take Jacobs, if maybe Jacobs would have slid back to me here at the 5. But I feel very comfortable with the points that Jacobs is going to give me this year. I have no qualms that I think he's washed. He's been washed for 3 years, according to the media.
Yeah,
according to them. I don't know who they are, but according to them, for sure. So this to me right now, I've got Loveland. I could stack up some more Bears. I could go with Luther Burden here, which I don't mind doing, but I'm taking Scary Terry at the 504 here. I like it. I'm gonna stack up some older guys here in a one year, one league format, and I think Terry's gonna get plenty of volume. I know people are, Diggs comes in there and it hurts Terry some. Of course, it's got to hurt him a little bit, but it adds another player to that lineup. And I still think Terry is going to be the dominant number 1 in this offense. And, Terry bouncing back to form is, somebody who can offer me top 10 receiver upside. I think Luther Burden could certainly do that, but I think Colston Loveland and Rome and, it's a good best buy. I really, really wanted to take Luther. That's been my guy. But just settle on, I can't steer away from Terry in the redraft best ball streets right now. I just can't. The upside's too good. And you could say the same thing for Luther. I think there's just a lot more volume heading Terry's way.
Yeah, that's the thing is who's the unquestioned number 1 in Washington's offense. And you have questions about where Luther falls. Is it consistent? Is it like, come on now, what are we doing here? Like, there's no world where you should take Luther Burden first over Terry McLaurin in a situation where you're betting on 1 year.
All right, so you double tapped running back, BigCo double tapped tight end, and then through there we had DJ Moore, Terry McLaurin, Luther Burden, Sam Laporta, Scatabo, and Pitts come off the board.
I like Team 10. Cook, Achane, Warren, and Igbuka so far. Obviously, assuming Warren's not hurt, but that Cook, Achane, 110, and then gets Achane at 2-3. That Cook, Achane turn right there for him is money. Achane at 2-3 is ridiculous. I would not be able to contain myself if I had Cook and Achane right now.
Hey, haven't you heard, guys? The Miami Dolphins aren't going to score any points this year.
Miami Dolphins got a decent offensive line, and Malik Willis.
Yeah, I
know. Chris says, "Where do we have Jalen Noel now?" We will have to see how this kind of plays out. But unfortunately, we have lost our Jaden Higgins, was one of our favorite breakout candidates. Putting together a nice camp, put together some good stuff on tape his rookie year, and then all signs were pointing to just a big step forward in this offense. And if that offense could progress, that he would be a big part of it. If CJ Stroud could get back to just being, a half of where he was that rookie year, and year 2 of this particular offense. We thought that was going to be a big player in it, but unfortunately it's not there. So, something has just opened up. Tank Dell's back, Noel's back, Hutchinson's still over there. This is probably going to default to the Dalton Schultz show again.
Jeez.
So.
Oh, Gritty's the one clicking right. Oh, yeah, Devontae Adams. Gritty's the team that I just called out that I liked, and he's on the clock going down to the last second. Devontae Adams is a great pick. I mean, he was crushing it last year before that hamstring fell off. In best ball situation, the computer benches him when his hammy's not working, and when his hammy is working, he's going to score 2 touchdowns every game.
Yeah, let's get weird.
I like it.
Henry, what up? Good to see you.
On the clock for back to back.
If you're just joining us, we're doing a live $25 Superflex best or non-Superflex. Sorry, 1 quarterback, tight end, premium PPR, best ball draft here. 2 wide receiver, 2 running back. There you go. Lewis Bond trending up. Sleeper, I haven't heard of him since y'all mentioned him on the rookie episode. Shout out to Chev. We got a $1.99 coming in. Tet or Nico, 10-team Superflex. I'm gonna. Is this if it's Dynasty, then you're taking Tet probably, right? And if it's redraft, it's Nico.
Yeah,
agreed.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
Appreciate you, boys. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. Next week we'll be doing a live auction draft for $50. I'll post that in the Discord. First to the Patreon or first to the $7 holler guys. They'll get first shot, and Jeremiah, since he's been our boy and he claimed a spot. So hopefully we'll get some new faces in there, and we're going to be doing a live auction. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Very sweaty, I feel like, here. So
there's going to be a lot of profanity next week, so just prepare yourself.
Unsure of the format yet. I don't know if we'll go super flex or not. But
Howler got a Howler one being WON. He's in there too. He got in there in the beginning. If he wants to play.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We
got 2 plus us. We got 5. We need 7 more. Those 2 guys want to play.
Dougie, Big D, you gotta those are rookie numbers. You gotta get those numbers up.
We'll post it in the free Discord after we post it in the $7 and other Discord and give those guys first crack. But we will fill that thing up, and we'll have another live draft next Wednesday at 9 p.m. So tune in for that. All right. We've seen since we last left, we'll start off at Burden at the 505. Again, this is for the podcast listeners who will listen tomorrow. We got Laporta, we got Scatabo at 5'7", then we got Pitts at 5'8", Judkins at 5'9", Devontae Adams at 5'10". BigCo's been touting the gritty squad. We've got Tate at 5'11", Roma Dunze at 5'12", Swift at 6'1", Watson at 6'2", and then Jalen Hurts as our third quarterback off the board here. It's 5-point passing touchdown, so in between 4 and 6, obviously. But I like 5, honestly. Like I like the little in between. Not quite 4, not quite 6. It's 5. All right. Let's see. Roma Dunze going at 5'12". Honestly, if I'm being honest, I threw the Luther Burden thing out there because I really like him, but I was looking at Roma Dunze. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't know if he could come back to me. But like, if I'm making the choice and I want to stack some Bears up, like I want Roma Dunze. Like I think Roma Dunze is once again going to be the wide receiver 1, once again lead this team in all sorts of categories as long as he stays healthy. Roma Dunze at 5'12". I love it, Colt. Nice snag there. So I know you guys. People will disagree with me. Luther got hurt right now, so that's an easy out. He'll be back. Luther's great. Been my boy if you've been following for a long time. But I want Rome in this 1-year situation in the 5th there. So then we had Marvin Harrison and Brian Thomas go off the board. So I'm up in 3 picks here. I've so far got a smattering of positions. I've got 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a tight end. Yeah, Colt, I love that. I love that pick.
Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna bring up the queue here. Y'all boys talks amongst yourselves.
Yeah. First of all, Yonka Tonk. Yeah. fuck you and everything that you love. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Parker Washington got taken 5 picks before Chev, and he feels like he just got sniped.
Yeah, like I wasn't upset about the Tucker Craft thing, but like that legitimately just made my PP triple up a little
He's
bit.
seeing red.
Yeah,
He's seeing red.
I was not thrilled.
Chev's on tilt too early. Chev's on tilt early.
I'm not doing well right now, guys. I'm not doing well.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, this team's fucking awesome that I'm drafting. But other than that, I'm upset about
Other than that. Oh, man. That's good stuff right there.
All right. Well, I accidentally drafted Mike Evans because I was putting him in my queue. But
no way.
Oh, shit.
He was going to be if I ran out of time. That's who I want. But I'm
Okay.
fine with taking Mike Evans there. I have no problem
That's
with
hilarious.
it. Any other wide receiver on the board here? I feel like Mike Evans has, especially best ball, just the TD upside with him and Purdy. I think Chev, you and I talked about it last night. We've talked about it a few times. I don't know that. I think without much hesitation, I could say that Brock Purdy could easily lead the league in touchdown passes this year if he's healthy. A lot of ifs and buts of health there, obviously. Damn, BigCo. I had Jadarian Price was in my queue.
He wasn't gonna make it back to you.
All right,
it wasn't. That just wasn't in the cards for you.
Wasn't in the cards for me.
Wasn't in the cards.
Yeah.
Mike Evans could have been in the cards next round, but not this round.
Yeah, the Lord didn't want you to have him today. That's all that was. Let's see.
But I mean, honestly, man, like Mike Evans over all of the receivers left on the board, that would have been my choice, right? I mean, I don't know if you guys disagree with that. But
no, I mean, just the certainty and the touchdown upside. Yeah, I'm good with that. Let's see here. What do I want to? Yeah,
Jay Bash, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate everybody listening, hanging out. We appreciate, this thing doesn't work without all you guys hanging out with us on YouTube, and especially the podcast guys who aren't live with us now. But those guys carry a lot of weight in what we do. I know YouTube's the big thing, but we operate pretty heavily on the podcast side of things. So we appreciate all you guys who are listening there and joining. Checking out the website, joining the website. So this has been a good off season. It's been fun. I mean, we started a website in basically April and almost have 1 million clicks. So you guys are 1 million swipes on that. You guys are showing up there. So we're really excited going into this season, and we're like, this is the most excited we've been going into, and then Dynasty brains. For me, the off season is really where our broad gets sort of buttered, right? So I can't be more excited than where we're at.
You're on the clock, Casey.
Season. I got it.
Just making sure you knew last time you took Mike Evans.
Well, I was trying to add him to the queue, and I added him to the drafted button.
I added him to my team.
Outside of Colston Loveland, Casey's team has got their AAA cards in their pockets.
Hey, you want to be upset about age? That's all right. I'm gonna just keep me older the berry, the sweeter the juice.
You got a whole lot of old berries over there, bro. That's
I'm gonna put one more old berry on there.
Don't do it. Oh, bad click. Casey's misclicked 2 in a row.
Oh, yeah. No, that's nice. That's real nice.
Yeah, I was gonna go Caleb, but I'm and take it, but didn't do it. I think honestly, everything you're seeing from Bears camp, from everybody around, which I mean, obviously it's some Bears propaganda, but the amount of love right now for Caleb Williams is obscene. And
Colin Cowherd had to eat crow this week.
It's just, and it's not even like what, obviously there's a lot of what he's doing and how he's operating, but it's just like, it's the control that he has over the offense, right? And just being the guy in year 3, but really this is year 2, because year 1 was negative for him. That's a negative. You had to unlearn some things from year 1.
Yeah.
So
you get involved with Shane Waldron, you got to spend a whole year in therapy just to get right.
Well said.
Yeah. So, Caleb down some weight, just the quick game has seemingly, so they're saying, has evolved with him. And then obviously, his downfield on the move stuff has been second to none. I mean, you could take, whatever stat you want to throw out for that. I don't care. Like in big time situations, in big time games, he puts the ball exactly where it needs to go on the run down the field.
Yeah.
So you can
highest
take
of high leverage moments.
take your stats and shove them in a sack, pal.
And when he needed it, he just takes off for a first down, which
Right.
is massive to keep the chains moving.
Right. Well, now that I'm talking about this, I wish I would have just taken Caleb Williams there. So
Blew it.
No,
he clocked the fastest time of any quarterback last year.
Yeah, I
mean, man, it's got wheels.
All right, so coming through your guys' turn, you went Price, Daniels, Kincaid, and Michael Wilson through the turn. BigCo, thoughts on that turn with the roster that you're currently constructing?
I mean, I had plans that maybe my second running back might be a little bit juicier than Jadarian Price, but I do got a lot of. I said a couple weeks ago, I think the Seahawks organization from the coach down, wherever the GM falls in the hierarchy, GM down, head coach down, you don't take Jadarian Price in the first round if you don't really think he's going to be great for your team. And I think he's going to crush it. I think, like I said, I would probably love to have him as my 3, but with the tight end premium, I double tap the tight ends, and he's what I got, and I'm happy with it. And then as far as the Wilson turn goes, for that second one for me, it's really just seeing Jacoby Brissett come back on the field I know it's preseason, but even in preseason and all you can say vanilla this and unscripted that, whatever, but like there was guys in his face in the pocket, and he spins out and runs to his left and makes a throw, and he makes the most ridiculous touchdown throw to Marvin Harrison. And like I called Casey up the next day, and I was like, bro, something happened. Like a switch got flipped, and Jacoby Brissett is legit. I mean, again, I know it's preseason, and I know he put up massive. He helped me. I'd picked him up off of waivers in a home league last year, and he helped me ride the coattails of Bijan and Gibbs on the same team to win a championship. He just, man, Purdy got hurt, and I didn't have any other quarterbacks, and Brissett stepped right in there for free, right off the waivers, and he carried my team for 6 or 8 weeks until Purdy came back and scored 40 championship week. And I took the trophy. And Brissett's got a special place in my heart for that. But Derek Anderson did that too 12 years ago. And I dropped him the next year. But like Case Keenum has had a special 3 months in the league. Derek Anderson had a special 3 months in the league. Things happen. And I said that about Brissett earlier in the offseason. I was like, it would not surprise me if he comes back out there and goes back to being a pumpkin. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'd trade lives with him in a heartbeat. Man's getting paid tons of money to play in NFL, backup or no backup. There's not many people can say that. But what I just saw in that preseason game the other night was like, okay, last year wasn't a fluke. And maybe they got a new head coach in there, and they got a new situation, and maybe they won't be chasing points from the midway through the first quarter. Maybe they'll be a little bit more competitive, but they're probably going to be chasing points all year. And I know there's a rookie quarterback that's going to come in at some point, but I think Brissett is legit, and that means Michael Wilson's going to catch some passes. That Michael Wilson plug really turned into a quarterback plug in a hurry. Sorry about that.
Well, they're sort of synonymous. So,
yeah.
All right, running down the board here from the 7th, it's Kincaid, Wilson, Brooks, Pollard, Caleb Williams, Godwin, Herbert at 7-7, Warren at 7-8, Alec Pierce at 7-9. RJ Harvey at 7-10, Ramondre at 7-11, and then we had Sutton and May on the turn. So, I could have stacked up with Caleb or May in there with AJ Brown and Loveland. Chose not to. Chose not to.
Let's see. The fall for Drake May is really interesting to me, and if I could do that pick over again, I might have taken Drake May over Jaden Daniels, but I also think Jaden Daniels, or just waited on quarterback altogether. I think they're both going to nuke. I think Jaden Daniels, there's a good chance that Drake May leads the league in passing touchdowns just because he's got AJ Brown, and this is going to be an FU. We're going to prove that AJ Brown's elite. We're going to win a shit ton of games, and he's going to get 160 targets. So screw you guys. I'm taking my ball, and I'm going back to the Super Bowl with AJ Brown.
All right, so we get Kittle off the board. I had him queued up in my geriatric queue for sure. Now we've got
For sure you did.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Gritty, he hits us with a little bit of lemon there after going Harvey last round. So that was a team that BigCo shouted out there. Any other builds jumping out? Yeah, I kind of like what Twan's doing here. He went JSN, Jefferson, Devonta Smith, Kyron, Scattaboo, Tootin hits. That's a banger of a
Scat
squad
at
right
five.
there.
When he got Scat at 5'7", I was screaming. Like, how in the world? I was going to take Scat over Fannin. I almost took Scat over Tucker Craft and remembered who was on the turn with me with Chev. And I was like, well, if I don't take Tucker Craft now, I'm not getting him. And then once I took Craft, I was like, okay, well, I want another tight end too.
Be interested to see where Jordan Tyson lies here. Obviously, somebody's going to get some value on him. He's just going to have to sit for a little while. Quentin Johnston's a fun pick there. So he's Bash has gone Alec Pearson, Quentin Johnston with the last two, and Jameson Williams. So he's got a lot of splash play kind of players here.
One catch wonders.
Scratch says, how is position mix / roster construction affecting your selection, and is it that important? If so, why?
To me, I mean, I'm just swinging for the highest possible upside. The first 3 picks were, hey, this is the combination of floor and upside. Nobody's going to get more touches or targets on those teams than the first 3 players. And then I'm just like, all right, what are some home run swings that, hey, it could be a nuke, it could, not. But I feel like they're healthy, they're going to be a nuke. So I wasn't really worried about Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence off the board. I like that. Wasn't necessarily worried about like, hey, well, I'm just filling in the boxes at this point with guys that I really am horned up by.
BigCo.
Well, my position mix again of just being tight end premium. I want to get those tight end points every week. You can make up any position you want to in best ball, but later on in the draft, I want to be looking for a different position than tight end. So I wanted some tight ends early, so I don't have to worry about them.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not like highly invested in the best ball. I'm not doing 1 million best ball drafts or anything along those lines, but I don't know how much my roster construction really comes into play. I think generally I kind of take what the board gives me to start off, and then I kind of try to construct my roster slightly after that. Once you're dialed into ADP, you can kind of steer the sled of which direction you kind of want to go. Like in an underdog where it's 3 wide receivers and it's half point, you're obviously going to probably potentially play that a little differently, right?
Yeah,
I'm on the clock here, so
yeah, let's get locked in.
Somebody pick up the mic.
Yeah. So off the board. Oh, J.K. Dobbins went off the board there. Travis Kelce coming off the board next. Casey's on the clock now. So far, he's got 3 receivers, a cornerstone tight end, Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard, and Christian McCaffrey. Super safe floor with the combination of upside. Josh Jacobs, 28 touchdowns the last 2 years. Christian McCaffrey finishes the RB1 pretty much every year that he plays all the games. And Tony Pollard was awesome on the back stretch of last season once nobody's watching the Titans. So Mitch is on the clock right now. Casey just took Wan'Dale Robinson. Casey, what was your thought process there?
Oh, that's just a straight up floor PPR play. Like I think he's going to soak up. I think he's leading the team in catches for the Titans, and that was really just all that is. I think this is the easy button. We're going to dump it down. He's going to have a bunch of catches, probably close to 1,000 yards. Well, we don't know where the touchdowns are going to be, but generally, like I really like picking Wan'Dale in this 8-9 area. I know kind of where you stand on some of these other players that I have potentially in the queue, and they might not be your favorites.
Jaden Reed, I like that.
I feel like Jordan Addison was also a really good pick there.
Yeah.
I did not go with Jordan Addison, obviously.
It's okay. I'll fix that for you.
Let's see here. What else took place? So since I last started chit chatting, we had Lemon go off the board. We had Quentin Johnston. Then we had Joe Burrow at 8.5, Lawrence at 8.6, Dobbins at 8.7, Kelsey at 8.8, and then I took Wandell, and then Rico went at 8.10, Jaden Reed, and then Casey Concepcion, who was certainly in my queue here, and then Jordan Mason. I love both of those picks by Chev, and now BigCo is back to his turn of drafting here. Now, I'm not sure where BigCo is going to go next, but I'm going to assume it's probably not tight end. You start stabbing at some running backs, but this is if you choose not to go down the running back path, it gets bleaker and bleaker as obviously we go down the line here. So, a lot of things that you're taking are sort of crapshoots, but best ball is an okay place to be living in the streets of zero RB ish, right?
Damn it.
I likely was my pick there, but I'm gonna come back and I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab Jake Ferguson right there.
I knew I was playing a dangerous game, not taking Isaiah Likely there.
He made it one more pick.
Playing a dangerous game.
Chev got sniped 24 picks in advance.
I was like, man, I should just fucking take it right now.
Thought he'd make it back to me. One pick later out of 24.
I didn't know, man. I was like, oh, well, I mean, maybe nobody's watching.
Oh man, that's good stuff. Nobody sees him there.
Yeah, maybe nobody's paying attention. Maybe everybody's just shifted to. I mean, he's got everything else. I mean, this is a nice build. Jamar Chase, Nico Collins, Breece Hall, Travis Etienne, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Jonathan Brooks, Rico Dowdle, and where he shores up the 0.5 tight end premium by getting Isaiah Likely, who's going to get a career high in targets for the New York Football Giants. So that's real nice. Casey went Jake Ferguson, Josh Downs went off the clock, Michael Pittman went off the clock, and now Megatwan is on the clock here in the what round is this? The 9th round?
Yeah.
Oh, Jordan Tyson.
Jordan Tyson just go off the board?
Yeah, he just went off the board, 9-7.
I like that. Put him on the bench for a while.
So yeah, I mean, I took Ferguson there. I was eyeballing Likely on the way back around. Ferguson's just it's an unsexy fun pick. It's very vanilla. It's not fun, but all he does is just suck up targets and suck up catches. I mean, he had 225 points in tight end premium or something like that last year, and was tight end 8, something along those lines. So it's not sexy, it's not fun, but he's going to have weeks where he's in the top 5 tight end realm, and that's kind of all I'm looking for here as my second tight end. And again, I would have liked to had one better, I think, than Loveland, or one better than Ferguson here, and I like Likely a little more. But like I said, I think Ferguson's going to suck up some targets. I don't think you really have to guess about that. Dak loves him. He's an unsexy, unfun pick, but at the end of the day, sometimes that'll pay the bills. We had Josh Downs and Michael Pittman and Tyson go off the board. Then Gainwell, Aronde Gadsden, and Jacoby Myers. And now we're on the other end of the board going through the turn. We got a couple questions here. Parker Washington or Tootin? Parker.
I'll let you guys answer that question.
Parker Washington. BigCo, you went Jaden Reed and Strib there after going Wilson. And so still 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, and 5 wide receivers.
I love being on the turn. Obviously, Chev's got it, but I'm close enough where I can basically get 2 of a position. Like I did the tight ends. I went Kraft and Fannin. Pickens and Rice, Kraft and Fannin, wide receiver. Obviously, Strib, that's pretty early, but he's not making it back to me. Colt already went in the chat. He was going to take him at the other end. That's like a high upside play that might not, Strib could easily start the season not doing much. They got Mike Evans. They got Debo back. If Kittle's out there on the field, CMC's healthy, there's a lot that Strib might not do. But if he's got the youngest set of, whatever, like substation proof, cells in his body. If he's got the youngest set of tendons all over his body, just kind of holding off that electrical station, maybe by halfway through the year, he's the only one standing over there. For him and Purdy playing catch all day. So it's like, all right, I'll take Strib, put him in my lineup now, put him on my team now, and then I get obviously like a Jacoby Myers. I fully expect Jacoby Myers to have a better first 4 weeks than Strib. But Myers could have a much better season than Strib. But like, I like the Niners offense, and they're dropping like flies over there. So it could be Strib, early and often, maybe sooner than later. And I just wanted him on my team.
I mean, they've got big plans for Stribling. That's not just smoke. I don't feel like that's like.
There's so much smoke now after what happened last week in the preseason, Chev. And I went off on my Strib rant a couple weeks ago and talked about, I wasn't on Strib at all, and then Niners took him that early, and then Casey put us on some Strib in the FFPC rookie draft because that's in May, like second week of May, first weekend of May, maybe something like that. And like, then I go and I'm like, all right, well, what's up with this Strib fella? And I watch all this tape, and I'm like, I'm not much of a big watch tape kind of guy, but I'm like, I got to know what the Niners are getting all this hate. They take him so early in the draft. I got to know. And then I come on here and I'm like, that dude was winning everywhere over the course of his 2 years in the two different teams. And, he was crushing it all over the field. And then old Cosell comes around last week. Cosell goes, I had to watch, all of his tape. And then I didn't really see him winning underneath and over the middle. So I had to go back and watch his tape the year before, and he was winning everywhere. You put them together, he's winning everywhere. And it's like, all right, Cosell, obviously I see you watching our show, Strib's flying high, Chev. Strib's flying high right now. Once Cosell's out there talking, going on the streets, talking about him, watched all your 200 catches in the last 2 years in college. It's secret's out.
Yeah, so after Jacoby Myers, Jordan Addison went off the board, then Debo at the 9-12. Nice dig out there with Debo. You guys feel like that's a good spot for him?
Absolutely.
Ninth round?
I mean, here's the thing. If Debo has increased his immunity to the substation, he's going to smash this year. This is the team that he finished as the wide receiver 2 overall with. They've been giving, if you've been following, God damn it. If you've been following,
Diggs is a great pick, Megatwan.
Yeah, if you've been following the camp reports, he's been used in the backfield quite a bit. So you're getting those touches, you're getting him back in his element. And then last year he was 6.5 yards after the catch per reception. He wasn't cooked. Everybody got hurt at the same time last year, and they just couldn't put it together. So, but that's a great pick by Colt. But I mean, Colt just usually drafts pretty well. So, damn it.
Well, I'm up. I'll get back to it after this.
After these brief messages.
Love it. Oh, there's Jaden Higgins in the draft right there. He's got a went out for Jaden Higgins and his ACL.
That stings.
All right, Chev, you coming up here in a second as well. Casey's on the clock. He's got 25 seconds. His brow's getting a little sweaty as we speak. See what's about to happen here.
Diggs was going to be my pick, 1,000%.
Ooh, that's a good pick. Jalen Coker, that's a solid pick right there.
That was for sure in consideration there. This is awesome.
I don't know. Blake Corum goes there. He was certainly near the top of my queue. Twan, I don't know how. Diggs is a good pick. That Corum pick in the 10th round there, though, just to match up with Kyron, just feels like you could have just really bookended that RB route.
Did he? He's got Kyron too?
No. He Megatwan 2 picks earlier could have had Corum.
Ah, good call. Yeah, you got to take Corum there.
So you just dug Juwan out in the 10th, Bo? Come on, man.
Fuck me. That was literally the
killing
first
me right
I
here.
was gonna make there.
Get him.
Dug him out.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Get him.
I didn't even put him in the queue. He was so far down there. I was like, we could be.
Oh, he's in my queue, Casey. He's in my queue, baby.
He was at the top of my queue, Casey. He was in my
queue.
You were not getting him.
Golly,
All right.
good pick.
Oh shit!
I did not see you taking Coleman on me right there.
I did not mean
Dang.
to double tap Denzel Boston, but fuck it, we ride.
We ride. It
I
could
thought-
be a lot worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Be a lot worse.
You talk about camp
I
hype.
did not see that Coleman pick coming. Good pick. Dag, damn it. All right. Boston was in my queue, by the way.
Yeah, that's who I was gonna pick Chris Rodriguez as the second pick and just leave Denzel Boston out there.
Oh, I would have been shook. I would have been so shook if you took Coleman Rodriguez. If that was really what you were going to do,
I dead
you're
ass
probably telling a little story right there because he's on my team.
Why would I? Why I like my team way better than yours? Why would I lie about that?
There's no way you like your team better than mine.
Yeah, no, I do. You have 3 running backs, and none of them are better than the running backs I have.
I'm okay with that. I mean, I got Bijan, so you gave me the best.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, let's see.
All right, so we went through the turn there. We got Coker, Juwan Johnson.
I got 2 better tight ends than you.
Monungai, Coleman, Boston on the turn, and then Rodriguez, Purdy, and Woody Marks was my selection in the 11th round. And then Brenton Strange came off the board right after that. So I had Coleman and Rodriguez in my queue. So those are nice picks coming through there. I just Woody Marks in a PP full point PPR in a best ball situation. I don't have to know when to play him. Like there's going to be plenty of weeks where Woody Marks is best ball gold.
Yeah.
Let me just go back to one thing real quick. Now that we're all off the board and we're rolling and we have a little freedom for a minute. Megatron beat him. We called out his team. Casey called it out. Kyron in the 4th, Scat in the 5th. If Tootin's good in the 6th, he's got 3 studs above that at wide receiver, and then a couple of quarterbacks. Like Kyron in the 4th is nice. Half PPR. He goes into 3rd and underdog all day long. So Kyron in the 4th is nice. And then like you said, just getting Corum. Corum's going to have games where he scores touchdowns and Kyron's healthy anyway. But if Kyron were to go down, that's not only do you have the obvious insurance of having Corum, but you're going to get there's in best ball there'll be plenty of weeks where Corum might be a flex for you. Kyron's logged enough points to be in one of your running back spots, and Corum logs enough points to be in your flex. So I think if we were doing this all over again, I'd love to have Kyron Williams and Corum on my team together. So just a little live and learn lesson there. And, and maybe Diggs catches 100 balls and it doesn't matter. But I love the Diggs pick. It just when it happened, Corum was going off. Corum wasn't getting past me and probably not Chev either since we were both looking running backs on that turn. So, probably got to get Corum there and then just live with your wide receiver. But maybe there's not another wide receiver on the board at that spot with as many potential targets as Stephon Diggs has coming to him.
Yeah, and Leith, we know that you have Corum, and what we're saying is that we would have liked to see Twan, if that was my team, to have Kyron and Corum on the squad.
Yeah, good pick, Leith. When you Chief Leaf, when you picked him, I said myself, great pick, because he was going to be my pick over Monungai.
Yeah, that's real. That was such a brutal fucking series of picks right there for me.
All right, so we're a little over halfway through. We've got coming out of the 11th round here, we've got Boston, Rodriguez, Purdy, Marks, Strange, Andrews, Shaheed, Okonkwo, Xavier Worthy coming in the 11th round here. So,
damn, they got my Chig. Oh, motherfucker. Very nice. Very nice. It's sexy time.
This is an interesting spot to be in, to have, be drafting. And obviously, probably most of the people who are drafting are listening to what you're saying. So, hard to got to watch kind of the couple of the things that I would be saying aloud right now. So it makes for a broadcast from my perspective, sometimes slightly difficult, but that Spears pick at 111 is devastating.
11-11, yeah. It's a good pick.
That's a really good pick.
Yep. I took Woody Marks over Spears, with those being the top 2 of my queue after Corum went. And And Coker was at the top, very top. After
I like
Coker.
that. I mean,
But
JCM, Krosky Barrett at 10-11 right there by Colt was huge too. That's a nice pick. Real good pick.
yeah, I mean that Rashad White and Spears at 11-10 and 11-11. I like both of those a lot. Be interested to see kind of what the double tap for Colt looks like here. But the Spears, I thought, might mingle his way back to me because I don't know. Sometimes people aren't as into Spears, so that did not happen. And here we are.
That old Matt coming from.
I had to wait.
Fingers got maple syrup all over him just trying to click that button.
Talking about being on the mics right now as we're trying to, draft a team and win some money because $25, it's fun if you can take that down.
It's the bragging rights. I don't give a shit.
Right. It's the bragging rights for sure. But so I had to wait 5 rounds to be like, Gritty taking Jalen Hurts in the 6th round. Like Jalen Hurts is my quarterback of choice this year because of how late he goes. But because obviously nobody else was taking quarterbacks, I think Jalen Hurts was QB3 at the time when he made the pick. So like, even though Jalen Hurts and Caleb Williams are my quarterbacks of choice, but with everybody and Drake May was still on the board, so like I can't be the guy that takes QB3. It's not early. It's a great pick in the 6th round. You got Jalen Hurts. Man could go for 3 rushing touchdowns week 1 and be like, look at what I got. But like, it's only one quarterback. It is best ball, so you can get a couple on your roster and let best ball do its work. That's the team that I called out through 5 rounds that I really liked. 4 rounds, and then he added Devontae Adams. Love that, and big fan of his team. He could easily take this thing down. Just saying that early in the 6th round, it doesn't sound early, but when all the quarterbacks are on the board, not named Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, it's still early. So you just a lot of times in the 5th round, a couple of those quarterbacks come off, and to get whoever's left, sometimes, like the Chargers, Herbert goes and in front of those guys sometimes. Burrow, obviously, Drake May, obviously. So there's a mix of quarterbacks that usually goes off in the 5th round. And then in the 6th round, you're like, well, if I want one of these top tier guys, I got to get one right here. But at the time, that wasn't the case. And then, I just punted a little bit further if that's the situation.
Yeah.
Ooh, Tank Bigsby, good pick.
It's going to get interesting here over the next 5-6 rounds here, kind of seeing who goes where and what does what.
Tank Bigsby.
Tank Bigsby right to the face.
As far as roster construction goes and team builds, is there any other rosters here that have really caught your attention of like, I didn't see that way, but now that I'm seeing it unfold that way, it looks pretty good.
Well, mine, obviously, we're stacking up to be dominant, but all
right,
Chev.
Come on, Johnny. Chev. Come on, Johnny.
Get him, Chev.
Don't. That was actually my PlayStation Network name until it got hacked. Motherfucker! I knew he was gonna do it too.
Keaton Mitchell goes off the board. So over the turn, we had Shakir, Dak Prescott, Hunter Henry, Tank Bigsby, which goes with the Saquon. So he cuffed up with Jay Bash there. He started the stream off of saying big bounce back from Barkley, which I tend to agree with. I like that a lot. Keaton Mitchell then goes, and we got Megatwan up here coming in. I'm up in 3 picks. And then you got Chev and BigCo on the turn. If you're just joining us, this is a 1 quarterback, best ball draft, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. So, it's going to be a total points, total points through week 14. 6 teams make the playoffs, and then then the total points reset, and it's a 6-team race in the playoffs. So that's going to be the format for this. So Head-to-heads don't really matter. It's just a rolling total point.
Hell yeah.
All right, I'm up here. Or no, I'm up on one more. So Bo Nix was the next player off the board. Quarterbacks are starting to dwindle down a little. I have none. BigCo, you have none. Chev, you have Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Malik Washington, interesting pick. I am going to take Jackson Dart.
Very interesting. Let's see. Do I want to do this or
Charbs is not gone off the board yet. Big D, thanks. Wait, can you explain to me like I'm 5? This is my first best ball league. Basically, you don't have to worry about who you're starting, right? It's the computer is just going to start your best lineup, max points for basically every single week. So there's not a ton to explain there. It's pretty cut and dry. So, you could take more risks on high upside players and players who might be more like make your play in one day, vertical deep threat kind of players, because they just got to hit once and then, maybe pad yourself out with some more floor PPR kind of players to kind of safeguard yourself a bit there. So BigCo takes another tight end. Naylor goes at 12-10.
it was tight end.
He took Hawkinson. Naylor's a dagger there because I thought that would hang around for a little while longer.
Let's see.
Just Marshawn Lloyd and me. That you guys are just killing me here. This Marshawn Lloyd in the 12th. Is that what's going on?
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Once you get in the double digit rounds, just get your guy. If he wouldn't have taken Powder Blue H-Hand, I wouldn't have done that to you. But he left me no choice when he took Powder Blue H-Hand. So how much time I got left? 28 seconds. Okay. I don't think that he is going to come back to me if I don't do this now. So,
just throwing. That's my 15th, 16th round guy. Now you're going 13 on me with the Caleb Douglas.
Yeah, it's the benefit of having 2 picks.
Yeesh. All right. So I took Dart on at 12-9. Then it went Naylor, Hawkinson, Marshawn Lloyd, and Caleb Douglas. Let's see here. BigCo down to 15 seconds.
Don't get nervous now.
Doesn't know what to do. He's rattled.
Barbecue or mildew, baby.
He's rattled.
I tell you what.
Goes Stafford on the first one.
Love it.
Yeah, so you said head-to-head doesn't matter. Just top 6 in points make it. Yep, that's
correct.
Exactly what we're saying, big dog.
Yep, and the way that we have it structured for what we put out there in the league was the head-to-head isn't going to matter, and I couldn't find a way to turn it off in Sleeper, right? We're just going to do the top rolling points for the top 6 go into the playoffs, right?
Sweet. And whoever has the top points going into the playoffs, whoever wins that gets some money.
Yep, they get $50.
So double your money. Double your money if you're the number 1 in points going into the playoffs, and then go score some more points and make some more money.
Precisely.
Got it. I understand the directions now. Thank you.
All right, now we got Charbonnet coming off the board at 13-4. That was my pick. Big D got him. I've been really liking the grabs, the selections on Charbonnet. All right, so here we are coming back through the 13th round. We're all off the board now. Anything happen in this last round that you guys didn't expect to happen or kind of bummed you out a little bit?
Yeah. You said in the 13th or 12th?
Just generally through these last couple of rounds here.
Yeah, Keaton Mitchell and Dylan Sampson right there just really, really made me real sad.
Yeah. So there goes Mahomes, Chief. That was I was gonna take, my whole plan was darting Mahomes through these two spots here, and I couldn't turn down Charbonnet.
That's insane value.
You know, I mean, it's best ball. It's one quarterback. We'll figure out some other quarterbacks here as we get down the line. But you know, I just felt like Charbonnet and best ball just falling into the end zone after, you know, if he's back in week 2, 3, 4, seems like could be a easy insertion into the lineup for some points there. So
easy insertion.
Insert it easy.
Just slides right in there.
He wouldn't have gotten Sampson. Mano Mitch says, this will also be the last podcast with the mustache. We're out on the mustache after today.
One and done.
Oh, we got a couple of regular shows in.
Okay.
So
keep it.
The wife does enjoy it. She said, you know what? I don't hate it. I shaved it for a themed boat cruise that we went on for a 40th birthday party on Saturday.
Yeah, it was To Catch a Predator thing.
Yeah. And then it was going to be a 6-hour stash. And then next morning she woke up and she was like, you know what? I don't hate it. And I was like, we'll rock with it for a minute.
We'll stay with it.
But I went to birthday lunch with my dad today, and other sister and her kids and all were there too. So it wasn't just, but somehow facial hair came up, and my dad's has not shaved his mustache since 1971.
That's incredible.
That's a wild stat, bro.
Did he drop that stat on you today?
Well, I get as my sister's, my brother-in-law was talking to something, you know, their kids were there, something. I don't know how it came up about shaving or whatever. And they said something, I guess it's a running joke. They were like, why don't you shave? And looking at my dad, and he's like, yeah, any day now. You know, this 1971. He's had that stash for 50-something years.
55 to be exact.
Cray.
What are you supposed to do with Higgins now? I wanted to trade him for a late second, but now he's useless. I mean,
you better
just hang out.
I keep him. You wanted to trade him away for a late second? That's a bad process right there. I wouldn't trade, but I mean, I guess now if you're on the board now and you get a chance to trade Higgins and maybe Stribb's hanging around, that's one thing. Like if your rookie draft's coming up and you could give Higgins for the draft spot and your teammates are sleeping at the wheel and Higgins slides back to the end of the second round or somewhere, wherever that process might have taken you. I mean, I could give Higgins for Strib, but other than that, I'm hanging on to I'm buying low.
Yeah, I think we're all
not selling low
in agreements in there. Speckle, he says, coming in late. Hope we're doing good tonight. Yeah, this is interesting. This is we've done them on like FFPC and it's moving fast and all those things, and you know, maybe some of the guys are hanging out in the room with you, but generally we probably got a lot of the room in here with us, and so this is an interesting process to come in here and try to keep you abreast of the draft whilst not tipping hands on kind of what we're thinking and how we're moving here. So through the last couple of rounds here, we've gone super quarterback heavy. It's been Douglas, Stafford, Goff, Sharbs, Mahomes, Mayfield, Singleton, Kyler Murray, Sadiq, Jordan Love, Schultz, and Dulcich. Both were just dagger picks for my turnaround here. And then Shuck,
great pick.
Tracy, Tank Dell, Malik Willis, also a dagger to what I was interested in. So we're back up. We're going to come in here. I'm going to take Daniel Jones, grab another QB here.
My God. Oh, Emmett Johnson. Really? Okay, guys. All right. I'm not having fun anymore. This stinks.
This stinks.
This stinks, and I hate it. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay. All right. Well,
Fryermuth.
we're gonna
Nice
get locked
pick.
out of. We're gonna get locked out of fucking having a second quarterback to play with. Since you guys want to play nice or nasty, or
You got
whatever.
C.J. Stroud. You got your boy War Daddy.
You'll be all right.
You got Bryce Young.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Bryce Young still on the board?
Mm-hmm.
What? I didn't even see him sitting down there all hiding.
We just had to secure. We just had to get some insurance.
Hmm.
You guys are wilding with these quarterback business so late.
Quarterback run got hot.
Yeah.
I mean, it was extremely good value on guys like Mahomes. I think
Mahomes, Bo Nix, Jackson Dart. That's a great. I mean, Jackson Dart, Bo Nix, Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, Baker Mayfield, Mahomes. Those are all picks that I absolutely love. I mean, Dak Prescott going this late. Obviously, you guys know how I feel about Kyler Murray, but my plan in the 14th where I took Pat Fryermuth was to go Tyler Shuck, but thanks a lot, Colt. Suck it. And that went to hell in a handbasket. So yeah, Mike Washington, that's real sexy.
that was top of the queue, BigCo. I didn't want to, as we were coming back, I didn't want to say anything, and the Genty guy's sitting up here. He's hanging out. Gritty, or no, sorry, who's got Genty? Johnny Unk. He passed on him going out, and I was like, oh my God, we're about to get Malik Washington. Ooh, there goes Travie Wavy on Chief Leaf says that one's for you, Chev.
No, that one's for you. Probably costing yourself some points.
That one's
in the 15th round. That's a fantastic pick.
It's
a great pick in the 15th round.
It's a good pick in best ball. I don't want anything to do with it in redraft, but best ball, I don't mind it.
Yeah, you don't want to put him in your lineup, but in best ball for sure. You don't have to fix it and forget it.
Yeah. I had another option that I really wanted to go with at 15-4. We'll see how this works its way back, and I'll drop who that was. So BigCo, you went through that turn. You've come out of this thing with Stafford and Darnold as your two quarterbacks, and then you went Washington. Did you kind of were alluding to quarterbacks earlier and the process of taking them is you're fine with Stafford and Darnold. You don't wish you would have had something a little better?
No, I mean, of course, like you said, I mean, I would love to have had Malik Willis as my two. That when I took Stafford, when I took Hawkinson in the turn, because I knew maybe Chev had complained about a handful of tight ends falling off the board, and maybe he doesn't have any eye on Hawkinson, but Hawkins was like that last guy who has caught a bunch of passes in the league before, and it's like, all right, I could take Hawkinson here and then get a quarterback, but and then as I'm making those picks, and I'm like, there's like the 7, 8 quarterbacks left, and I'm sure I'll get Malik Willis in the next pick. And good for them for not giving him to me. And I got Sam Darnold, which was like, right there at the cutoff. And I was like, all right, well, I'm happy with Sam Darnold. All the other guys just took quarterbacks before it got back to me, and I was stuck with the last one. But I got Matt Stafford in the 13th. He's the MVP of the league. Like, that's the whole point, is I got, a full squad with multiple people on my bench already, and then I start taking quarterback. And then, I got the two that I got. I would probably like to see something tastier than Darnold as my two, but if Stafford stays healthy, I'm good,
Sure.
Ooh, Ray Davis. I like that Ray Davis in the 15th. That's a really, really good pick.
All right. Well, we got 5 rounds left here. I think this is going to be a lot of fun here, seeing how this bottom of the board kind of shakes out.
Oh, that's the one right there. That's the one.
Good pick. It's a good pick, Critic.
Yeah, that's real nice. That's real
Davis,
nice.
Brian Robinson.
But BigCo, I'm kind of shocked that there wasn't a B Robinson to go with your B Robinson.
True. Probably should have done something like that, but I don't think, like, to me, he's not on the quorum level, and nor is the offense. Like, if Bijan goes down, maybe the offense ain't moving. If Kyron goes down and Matt Stafford's still healthy, it's not going to look too much different with Corum in there. Not to shade Kyron, but that's Matt Stafford and Puka and Sean McVay keeps it going. I don't know what to. Not trying to make up. I'm drafting quarterbacks in this range, and I probably should have been looking a little bit more towards B-Rob, but I like the idea of Mike Washington. I don't want to talk about Genty going down, but if Genty goes down and I got Mike Washington on my team, that's how I. If Genty goes down and Bijan goes down, I'd rather have Mike Washington than B-Rob. If they both go down, I'd rather have Mike Washington. You know, if Bijan goes down, I'm not winning anyway. Fuck
it. All right. I mean, Brian Robinson's a very competent running back.
He is. I've taken up for him many times in the past.
Like that A.D. Mitchell scoop up there by Colt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fuck you, Colt.
He's on the other side of the board, but he sniped you many times from 12 picks away, Chev.
Yeah, I know. It hurts. It doesn't feel good.
That Keenan Allen's a nice pick.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Chev, or sorry, Big D. That's, you know, me and BigCo have been sharing how much, you know, rostering that we have of Mike Washington
on underdog, 70%.
For sort of that reason. Not that I think that it's going to be anywhere near like some crazy timeshare. Genty's going to be the guy. They're going to ride Genty. He's that. But like,
for sure,
there's just going to be games where, like, you know, you kind of mentioned the Corum thing, like where Mike Washington can, like, there's Mike Washington could definitely have some 2 touchdown games with a perfectly healthy Genty.
Well, and like Casey and I have 70%. He's 70% roster of Mike Washington, but that was basically finishing up before the 55-yard run in the preseason game. That's when he was in the 19th pick. You know, he was my, or what is there, 18 picks in underdog? Like, he's my,
last
maybe 16. So 60. He's my second to last round. I usually took him in the second to last round because I didn't want to miss him. So I was taking him all the time. And now he's up 3 rounds since that 55-yard run. So I don't know how often I'll be able to get him now. It's not going to be quite as easy.
Yeah, I'm at 70% ownership with Mike Washington through my best ball drafts in underdog.
Yeah, that's sexy.
He's so cheap. He's there, and it just felt like we're gonna Mike Washington with 2 T. Yeah, basically just saying that Mike Washington could fall into the end zone with the Raiders, and Kubiak won't be scared to throw another back in there. Genty just workhorsed him all the way down there, and also Mike Washington could break one off in the game and then fall into the end zone with one. It's kind of what I'm saying there.
It's a great pick, Bash.
I don't expect it to happen a lot. I do like the prospect of him just being, you know, not when I don't have to know I have to play him, and like, hey, he could have a couple of catches, 50 yards and a touchdown, and be in my and work his way into my running back or flex spot.
Well, the thing with him too is the skill set. Like, he's the type of player that could score from anywhere. I mean, you're talking 50-yard runs, 60-yard runs. And when he was at Buffalo, he has the longest touchdown run in school history at 92 yards. So he's a home run hitting back. He ran 4.33 at the combine at 220 plus pounds. Like, yeah, you take a bet on a guy like that for sure.
Yeah, we're doing a best ball draft, so that's why we're kind of using we're talking like our exposure of Washington in best ball drafts. So that's kind of where we're that's why we're saying that. And so you're on it. This has been a great 15th round, 16th round here. I've liked the Ray Davis, Allen, a couple of Keenan Allen. Zachariah Branch is fun late in best ball. Pacheco is a great pick. I had him queued up. Obviously, Trey Harris. I've been trying not to say his name just because Pat Bryant could be really fun, right? There is a world where Pat Bryant is locked into the 3rd wide receiver, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they've been.
Jaden Blue, great pick, you son of a bitch. Fuck.
That's what they've been saying.
Oh, 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck. Little Aladdin there, some genie.
It's been years since I saw Aladdin.
Nah, that's when Robin Williams first enters the chat. It's with the 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck. Robin Williams absolutely dominated that movie.
Oh, Antonio Williams. Oh, right. Yeah, I waited too long.
Oof, and then Ted Hurst was next. I took Antonio Williams there because I got Scary Terry, right?
Yeah. fuck around.
Not that those are 1-for-1. I'm just
that was my plan for a deep stack with Jaden Daniels.
right.
Yeah.
That's why I went Antonio Williams there. I mean, there could have been other times where I took him, but I was like, well, I'm gonna get him before at least Chev has a chance to take a shot at him.
Yeah, that was the play here. That and that and Adonai were my plan A. Oh, nice. Oh, very nice. Okay.
Gets awfully quiet when we get down to these couple of picks on these turns.
Yeah, concentrate. I was about to have a goddamn meltdown because I clicked the button thinking that I was clicking. I didn't click Denzel. I clicked Denzel Boston instead of Chris Rodriguez. I was really about to have a meltdown about that.
Chev was upset.
I was real mad. The Okonkwo Daniels connection up the middle and late in practice highlighted one of the obvious ways to maximize the yak machine. Between the 20s is where Okonkwo has shown the most promise. Well, that's interesting.
All right, I came out of there. I grabbed Isaiah Davis, another running back, my favorite of the backs. Obviously, he's been a little banged up over there, but I think Isaiah Davis and Allen, Isaiah Davis been getting plenty of praise throughout this entire offseason.
Oh yeah,
Allen just had a nice little preseason game without an active Isaiah Davis, I believe. But I think he's the better of the two running backs currently, and has been for the last 2 years.
Yeah, he's been popping off every single time he gets an opportunity.
So I mean, but Allen has that explosive nature to his game that makes it pretty tantalizing in best ball. So we'll see where the Breece Hall kind of thing plays out.
Don't they both though? Like they're both really explosive.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I think, yeah, potentially.
Nice DK.
There was just somebody on my radar here that they got away from me, and I cannot find him again, and I couldn't tell you what. I saw the name, and I was like, "Ooh, yeah, let's get that one," and I couldn't tell you for the life of me who it was.
Dude, I thought I was taking Cyrus Allen in the Bryce Young spot. And I was like, where'd he go? And I was looking all over the floor. I could not find him. And then I was like, well, he's got to be gone. I just didn't see it happen. There he was.
Yep.
There he went.
No, that was
before that.
That was that's why I didn't see who it was, Chev. I had to pull my head back up and look. I had Sean Tucker. That was the name that I saw, and I was like, ooh, you know what? I'm going to take Sean Tucker over Isaiah Davis. Nobody's looking at Isaiah Davis right now. He's kind of out of the news cycle, but Sean Tucker could be really, really interesting here if there's any injury for the Bucks and or TD upside, right?
Yeah, that's kind of that's the perfect best ball player if you're thinking about it. Like last year, he was the RB1 overall on a week, and he's done that before. Like you had the New Orleans Saints week in 2024. Last year, you had the week against Buffalo where he scored 3 touchdowns, I believe, scored a long touchdown. So he's really explosive. It's just kind of he's been buried behind Bucky Irving, Rashad White. Now, he's kind of the third wheel with Gainwell. But I mean, he could, if something happens to Bucky and he steps in and Gainwell handles a pass catching role and he's handling short yardage carries and he's popping off explosive runs, it could be. I mean, it's real nice, and we're in the 16th round, so why not?
Yeah. Why not? I like it.
What do we like here?
All right, so coming through the 15th and 16th round, we saw Katron Allen, which was a nice callback to Colts Krosky Merritt in the 10th round. So he ties 2 Washington running backs down there. Then we had Justice Hill, Zachariah Branch, Pacheco, Bryant, Trey Harris, Cyrus Allen, which was a great pick there. Jaden Blue ripped my heart out. That's who I thought I was going to grab. And then Antonio Williams, Ted Hurst, Bryce Young from BigCo, Sean Tucker, Brennan Thompson, Vidal, Chris Bell, and then Isaiah Davis, Jacoby Lane, Cam Ward, Chim Dike, Vele at 17-8, Then Najee at 17-9 making his first appearance. Kate Otten, Tesla, and then Black at 17-12. So
and Colts on the clock for one more here.
So we're getting down in the trenches. We're getting down to these last couple of picks. We're getting to these last couple of rounds. How have we felt about the draft here, guys? And what went wrong? What went right?
I feel pretty fucking fantastic about everything except taking Denzel Boston over Chris Rodriguez.
I feel really, really fortunate to have Chris Rodriguez on my team. Big fan of what happened to Chev.
I'm going to be a big fan of winning all this money and throwing it in your face. So good luck with that. Shiza. Okay.
All right, so we're coming back through here. Colt went Stowers at 18-1. Calvin Ridley, a forgotten man, Wright at 18-3. Is it Wright or is it Ollie Gordon? Did Ollie Gordon go already? Which player are you taking there?
Let's see. Which one am I? I mean, I don't. That's the thing. Is they said that Jalen Wright has been running with the ones, but I'm like, man, there's just so much. I just like Ollie Gordon so much more than I like Jalen Wright. As like, I like them both as players. I like Ollie Gordon a lot more as a player than I like Jalen Wright.
All right. Oh, Megatwan, I thought nobody saw him. I thought he was just down there hanging out, and I was just like, oh, what a gift. I'm about to get Claiborne, and then bang, got me, kicked me right in the face.
Damn.
Good for you, Jack.
Damn. And the Booty Warrior. Like, Kayshawn Booty's the perfect best ball player.
He is a great best ball player. Kyle Williams, also a great best ball player. I feel like they're going to be fighting for a similar spot on that team, potentially.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Dobbs, it's Kayshawn, and are they going to rotate Dobbs and Booty, or is it Pop Douglas in the slot with AJ outside and Dobbs as well?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see them taking Romeo Dobbs off the field.
Yeah, I mean, they paid him all that goddamn money, so they got to have him out there.
Yeah, I think Butte is awesome. I think he's a great stash. He's a player. Pick him up in best ball late. If they're not going to be using, like, they should trade him, right? I mean, if you're New England though, you're sitting there like, well, hell, we really like this room now, and if we have any injuries, we got two guys who can step in. I think Kyle Williams and Butte have been excellent picks for New England. And
oh shit, I'm on the clock.
So
let's see. Third, I get my third tight end. Yeah, that's cool.
No Jawan Jennings off the board yet. No Omar Cooper off the board yet.
Boy, that's that Omar Cooper pick is just sitting there staring at you in the face, and you're like, do I do it? Do I do it? And you just
I dodged it.
Do it.
I dodged it with two different wide receivers. I took Malachi Fields for the potential, but we don't know about the rookie big man that Jackson Dart could be tossing TDs to, or he gives me nothing. Completely home run cut. But then I came back with Rashad Bateman, who nobody likes, and he's just going to catch some touchdowns and show up in my box score every once in a while.
So many opportunities. Like, that's one of the ones that he's one of the reasons why I wanted to get into Dynasty, him and Brian Edwards. And it just
Brian Edwards.
Gamecock. That one hurts.
Yes,
Gamecock.
Yes, sir.
Gamecock.
And he was one of the ones that, like, the analytical darlings were all over. Oh, look at his breakout age. And I mean, he was dominating the SEC as an 18-year-old true freshman.
He really was.
No, I mean, he was awesome. I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I watched a lot of hungover Saturday morning South Carolina games. And that was it was like, oh, Brian Edwards is just. I mean, he was fucking.
He was supposed to be poor man's Michael Thomas. Like he wasn't outrunning anybody, but he was strong and big, and he'd catch everything. And
yeah, I mean, you look at so that there was just so many aggressive comps you could make. Like you could talk about him being poor man Sidney Rice. You could talk about him being like Michael Thomas, like all those. You know, you had Derek. Them saying
closer to Michael Thomas. And Sidney Rice was a little bit. He was longer and a little bit more.
Yeah, athletic, Gamecock football now.
I know you. Yeah, Sidney Rice is the all-time. Sidney Rice is the all-time pass and catch reception leader for. He's still got his name up there. Brian Edwards is the all-time catch leader. Sidney Rice is the all-time touchdown leader. And maybe I think Sidney Rice might have had like 18 in the season, some crazy amount in a single season.
Well, so all right, so you got to rank them: Alshon, Sidney Rice, Brian Edwards as Gamecocks.
As Gamecocks?
Yeah.
Sidney Rice.
Well, I mean, there's two other ones.
I know.
Tom, just great pick.
I mean, Alshon made bigger plays for us. Brian Edwards made all the plays. Alshon made magnificent. Alshon would catch the Hail Mary at halftime in the Outback Bowl against UCF or something like that. Alshon would catch wild catch, like balls that are not supposed to be called. Alshon was catching them. He was fun. It was a lot of fun.
So we're wrapping it up here through the last two rounds. Some interesting picks here. And then Brissett was in my queue. I was going to grab Brissett as the last one.
I almost took Brissett over Bryce Young, but I was like, my first two with Sam Darnold, I was like, well, at least Bryce Young isn't going to get benched for a rookie. Brissett was if I had to play 1 week every week just to see how it was going, Brissett over Bryce Young all day. That's a great pick for Brissett. I almost took him. I almost was like, I don't want to have 4 quarterbacks.
What's up, Jamie? How you doing? Coming in at the end of the stream. Good to see you. I gotta get the PrizePicks read in before we finish. They're gonna be mad that I did it at the end, but hey, we're gonna get it in there. Wicks has not been taken yet. He has not. Been getting a lot of love.
Well, so he's just gonna keep spamming. He's just gonna keep spamming. Hey, why haven't one of you guys picked Dontavia Wicks yet?
I love that Torrey Horton pick in the last pick. He was in my queue. That's a great pickup.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
James Conner. Oh, did he not go off the board yet? I feel like somebody's got to get traded off that roster, right?
Somebody's got. Yeah, I mean, James Conner's not cleared to do team activities yet, though. That's the only. I bet you that's the only reason he hadn't gotten taken. Like that's the only reason he hasn't gotten traded yet. I mean, our boy Cedric Tillman's probably gonna be finding a new home pretty soon.
Great, deep Dynasty stash. Said
Jamie says he can't get enough of Chev.
I don't know what that means, but
That's
love
your boy.
Yeah. I don't know what it means, but I love it.
But it sounds good.
Hunter. Jarquez.
Yeah, that Brissett pick. I
was like, I'm gonna get him on. That's gonna be my last pick. I'm gonna walk this thing off.
I just had a 3-minute monologue on Brissett, and he's not on my team. That's dumb.
That's
dumb. I should have took him.
Chev is
I should have took him. I could have took him and got Rashad Bateman as my last pick. Nobody's taking Bateman but me. I should have taken Brissett and got Bateman. If I had, an earlier quarterback, Brissett would have been my third instead of Bryce Young. But I felt like I needed the every week starter as back, just as a baseline.
Love that Arroyo pick. Also at the top of my queue. Good pick there. Like that. There goes Wicks. Yonkatonk said, I'll take him.
Yeah, somebody was going to do it.
Oh, did you just Geno Smith me? Son of a bitch.
Geno Smith's still out there?
Just killed me with that one. I'm like, all right, I'll get one more. I guess I'll just take Rodgers here to end it, just in case Daniel Jones and Dart are in the tent.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
All right, last two picks, boys, and we'll wrap up this stream. Next week, we'll be back with another live draft, money draft. We're going to go $50. Going to be a live auction draft, so a little different than this one. We'll probably drop it down a few roster spots because the auction will take a while. So we'll probably go down to 17 or 18 picks, at least get rid of a round or two.
Yeah, put your depends on. It's gonna be
and we may need to start that one at 8:30. You know.
Yeah.
Because that one's going to be a long one. Anthony Richardson couldn't avoid it. Had to have it.
Just in case.
And then Deshaun Watson to end it out.
The pick was Troy Franklin. Like I really wanted to take Troy Franklin, but I was like, you know what? Just in case.
Yeah. Well, Delp and Benson were the last two in my queue, with DeMercado as an honorable mention.
Yeah, I was debating between DeMercado. Like at the top of my queue here is DeMercado, Bryce Lance, Audric Estime, Malik Benson, both of the Bond brothers, Isaiah and Lewis Bond. And let's see, is there anybody else? No, that's it. Because it got cleaned out pretty good in that last round.
Yeah.
No, Adam Randall. Get out of here with that nonsense.
I had Theo Johnson, Troy Franklin was at the top. Jeremy Bernard, Marvin Mims, Jerry Jeudy, Devin Neal, Malik Benson.
Hey, real quick,
probably should have taken Franklin, but I wanted, just in case, I got a quarterback that could score 78 points.
Big shout out to the sponsor, PrizePicks. Couldn't make a pick tonight because the system was down. So you know what? I'm gonna take that. I did this at the end, and hey, your system was down. My system was down because we showed it from the very beginning. On Jason was all over it for a minute, but we weren't doing the read then. But it's PrizePicks, America's number one sports pick app. The app's really easy to use. For players, just pick more or less on a few player stats and lock in your lineup. That's it. Rather just pick teams. PrizePicks has that now too. Just pick a winner, spread, or total for any game or fight. PrizePicks is available, but not limited to, most states, including California, Texas, and Florida. New user offer for best of all. Play your first $5 lineup, get $150 in lineups if you win. Just use promo code HMA when you sign up. That's right. PrizePicks just switched up their offer, so there's no better time to join. Lock it in now and win with that first lineup. That promo code HMA. Sign up to get $150 in bonus lineups if you win your first $5 lineup. Now, like I said, PrizePicks was down, so I couldn't make a pick for today. For a second, I'm sure they're back up now, but this was last night's winner. A little 15 for 30, a little double up. We've been riding the hits. We've been riding the hits hard. All on the more, and we had Alejandro Kirk to be more than 0.5 hits. Obviously, the Toronto Blue Jays catcher. Who doesn't know that? Yandy Diaz, he's been red hot. He smacked it around twice. Kirk smacked it around 3 times. We were way into money on those two. And then Alec Burleson, he's been, I think he might be the hottest hitter. Maybe, I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm talking about. But he hit us. He got us a hit late, I think, and brought this lineup to a winner. But we are about to cross the, I don't know. I think we're at 6. Let's see here. I'll check. I'll get the real number for you guys. Just
$700.
Not
what
quite
are you
yet.
Do with that? You going to roll that over into a massive Dynasty league or something? What are you going to do with that money?
Let's see. I'm gonna just get this number for you. All right, we're back. We're at 689.45. So started from 0.
A generational run. You need to maybe do 5 different $100 underdog leagues, or just one $500 underdog league.
Shit, I'm about to take that out. Go to Titty Bar with some mesh shorts on. Have a good time. Get my money's worth. But yeah, no, it's been fun. The hits and the more have been good. I mean, I'll probably give it all back during football season because that's how it goes. I don't know anything about baseball, but hey, we're more hits. It's been a lot of fun. So, all right. Well, we just wrapped up a best ball draft. Let's bring it back up on the screen one time here, if we can. Oh, I don't. Yep, nope, that's not it. Anyhow, we had a 20-round, 1 quarterback best ball draft. It was PPR with 0.5 tight end premium. So it was a lot of fun. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. Next week, like I said, we'll be doing a live auction. Should be fun. It's going to be a lot less conversation about what's going on and a lot more hooting and hollering about should have done that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. It'll be fun. It'll be fun live broadcast. There'll be some real money on the line. It'll be the same kind of thing where it's going to be best ball because I don't want to have to set a lineup, and the top 6 point scorers in the regular season will move on as your playoff teams, and then we'll restart and we'll have the 6 teams going in a battle royale for total points from playoff start to playoff finish. And the regular season winner will also have a payout in there as well for the total points. So appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll be back next Wednesday at 8:30. We'll probably have to start that one probably right at 8:30 because they will run a little longer. We'll probably have to shorten up the benches a little bit.
Definitely.
But appreciate you guys. Chev, BigCo, had a lot of fun. We'll catch you guys next week. Peace.
Adios.